Hey y'all, Biohack here. I am on a account I've been working on for almost 2 months now, and that is a free-to-play mystery shard only fresh account. We're following basically all of the rules of the Hell Hades free-to-play challenge, and I have been pushing this for, like I said, about 2 months. I started it on the last day you could log in and still get Rhonda from the login 7-day login, and then I took a couple vacation days off, so that's why we're only at day 56, even though we started this about 2 months ago. And I think this is probably one of the most progressed accounts ever in terms of getting the Arbiter missions. I was really hoping to make this video like day 57, Arbiter is finished, you know, world record kind of thing, and unfortunately I got so close, but I can't get through Spider 20. I am literally one mission away from finishing Arbiter, and that is to finish Spider 20. Well, I mean, I guess we have this mission too, but this mission is easy. And I couldn't do it. I'm so close. I'm so close. But I've been working on this account for 2 months, and I still think we've made amazing progress and done some really good work. So I'm going to, start this series off now, and I'm going to start uploading essentially what is daily videos that talk about all the progress I made on the account and the decisions I made to basically get through all of these Arbiter missions so fast. And don't worry, I am going to keep playing this account, and I'm hoping I can still get the Arbiter missions done in the next week or so, but I need to do some cheesy strategies that I don't have all the champions I need for, and it's a little tricky. So I don't know. I figured, you know what, I'm done. I've been putting this off for 2 months. We're going live now. So what are you going to see in this series? You're going to basically see me play this account basically as efficiently as I could possibly imagine. Now, of course, you're always going to make mistakes, and I could go back in hindsight and change some things around, but I'm going to play it really efficiently. And what is, I think, going to be most insightful for people who are interested in watching this series is that I do things very differently than general advice from content creators. So a couple of the things we'll note right off the bat that were extremely successful is I used Shield Guard as my first level 60 champion, and I've invested heavily in this champion in terms of using him everywhere and doing a lot of good work. Amazing champion. That was the first thing I did that was kind of weird. As you can see, we're 2 months in and I have no starter champions. My starter champion is level 40 and is in crap nothing gear because I never actually leveled the starter. But yet we've been able to clear all of the dungeons on level 20 except for Spider. You'll see some of the ways I farmed my gear. I have champions that are in gear that was almost entirely farmed in the campaign that are all clearing level 20 dungeons and, getting top chests in Nightmare Clan Boss every day. Things like that. Yeah, I mean, I've farmed an insane amount of revenge amulets through clan quests, and got geared most of my champions in full revenge gear. All sorts of just crazy weird things that we did, that we took advantage of kind of some of the new updates that have happened to the game recently, that I think really change up the optimal way to play a starter account. So that's kind of what I want this series to be for those of you who are interested in it, is A, how do you get by with a very limited champion pool? I feel like a lot of people rely heavily on pulling the right shards when you can get by through a lot of content with just the champions you can get for free in the game if you think strategically and you know what you're doing with them and you use them effectively. So I want to show you some strategies for that, and I want to show you some general strategies for more efficient ways to play the early game. So if that's something you're interested in, definitely subscribe to the channel. These videos are going to be kind of just loose. Me, every day I would just log in and I would kind of talk about what I've been working on that day and the progress that we've made. So that's kind of what this series is going to be like. I'll be uploading all of these, and then I'm going to keep playing this account, keep recording those videos. Hopefully I can release them faster than I'm making them. We catch up, and then we'll keep playing this going forward and see just how far we can push this account. But at this point, we're 2 months in. We're almost done with Arbiter, but not quite, and so we're going to go ahead and kick it off. So I hope you enjoy, and definitely subscribe to the channel, like I said, if you haven't done that yet. You can also come check me out at twitch.tv/biohacktv, where I stream Raid about 5 days a week as a side game while I'm playing BDO. But yeah, all right. I hope you enjoy, and I'll see y'all later. Cheers. All right, everybody, we're here. I can finally actually record something since everyone's awake in the house now. So where we're at is I've pushed up to Deadlands Stage 3, and I'm trying to farm a shield guard. As I'll probably mention in my intro, which I'll record after this, I'm going for a shield guard start. This is something I've messed around with before, and I just kind of like it. He's really nice for farming Minotaur because he has that cleansing ability on his passive, which means he can just keep taking the hex off and stuff. So he makes for a really great Minotaur farmer, which is going to be important. And he's just a kind of a general solo champion. He's really good at soloing different parts of the game because he's defense based. Due to the way his mechanics work, he's just like constantly taking like 2 turns, so he's almost always like AoEing every time he takes a turn, or at least before the enemies take a turn, he always gets to throw out an AoE. And I don't know, I just really like the champion. He's really fun, and so I'm going to go with him instead of Kale. I've done this push before without having used the Deacon code on an account, and I took the Kale up to 40 before getting to Deadlands and farming it on stage 3. This time I stopped at 30, and I also have actual gear on my Sister Militant here, so if you look at that, I actually really like this champion as like one of the first champions you use like while you're pushing through the campaign in day 1, because she's got that AoE on her A1. I mean, that's all she has, right? And then you just take her up to like 40 and then use her for food to get your first 5-star. So she can help you like make some progress early on and like get through the campaign early stages really easily. And then you just dump her anyway, so it doesn't matter. Like, you don't lose anything for taking. You're gonna have to level up something to 40 to make your first, or 30 or 40. I guess 40 for your the 6-star. But yeah, you're gonna have to level up food anyway. So why don't you just level up some food, put some gear on it, and use it to help actually make progress in this super early game content where like any champion that's slightly leveled up and has a tiny bit of gear can actually be useful. So that's what I did, and yeah, now we're just basically on a roll. I'm gonna farm here on the campaign in Deadlands Stage 3 until I have a fully booked shield guard. So that'll probably take a while. I have a ton of energy to book though, so it'd be nice to just burn through all the energy I have to kind of get that out so that I can start actually accumulating my energy just from the normal recovery stuff. So we've got about 400 energy. I'm going to blow it all here, and we'll see what happens. But hopefully we can pick up a bunch of shield guards and fully get one to have all of its skills maxed out, and it won't take too long. But I'll come back to you later. Cheers. Hey y'all, we're back. I realized after my last recording that I still had some more challenges in the Sewer of Arnok. I had just forgotten to claim the energy from some of the previous ones. These artifact missions are super important for boosting early account progress because you get so much energy for these. I'm not going to claim them, but you look, they're just all passing out a ton of energy. So they're really annoying, but if you start working on them literally the second you start the game, it's really helpful because it gives you a chance to farm all this like really low level stuff that you don't want to do at a really low level where it's actually kind of beneficial to do it, right? Like, you can level up your champions that you're going to use to push further in the campaign by doing all these crappy little missions, and it's way better to do it at the beginning rather than have like an end game account and be really frustrated that you have to come back and grind all this stuff when it's completely irrelevant to you. So I got my Sister Militant up to level 30. I was debating on whether I want to actually take her to 40 or not. I was kind of talking about this in the last video, because if I take her to 40, then I'll use her to 6-star my shield guard, or if I leave her at 30, I can use her to 5-star. But I think I am actually going to take her to 40. Because it's only going to slow my progression down a little bit, and I think in general I still have a lot of farming to do to actually get all the books on my shield guard, and I'd love to just be able to do it with only that champion. It's going to be kind of annoying to do it otherwise. That being said, I'm now realizing that I need to level up a few more food to level 20 to get them to 3-star. I'm not using any of my rares because we're only pulling mystery shards on this account. I really need to conserve all of my rares, and even the ones that are farmable in the campaign, I want to use them to faction guardians. Oh, here are my level. I was going to say, I know I have level 20s that are maxed out. Just looking at the wrong UI. Okay, yeah, here we go. Let's go ahead and get that Sister Militant to 4-star real quick. And then as soon as I finish that, I am going to go. All right, sorry. There we go. Good. I needed to make a 4-star for the progress mission. That was part of what weighed into this because I want to make some progress there. So I'm gonna go keep working on the rest of these missions here, and also working on the farming of the challenges. But that's what we're gonna do. The other thing I was going to say, oh, I was going to pull my shards. I have 22, so let's do 2 10 pulls. Do we have any uncommons? We do. So we're going to feed all these uncommons. I'm trying not to actually level up any, or sorry, I'm saying uncommons. These are commons. Try not to level up any commons other than the Sister Militant that I'm using to grind with. Just because I get enough mystery shards, and I'm just trying to take advantage of that. So let's do a 10 pull here. I did one 10 pull a minute ago, like the only one I didn't record, and I got 2 rares out of it, which might be kind of interesting. Oh, another Sister Militant. I don't think I'm going to level up or gear out another one, but that is an option to like make some of the pushing faster. Anything interesting here? None of these uncommons are particularly interesting to me. I am interested in a lot of uncommons, actually. That's one of the things I'm going to talk about in the future. Actually, is this Frostkin new? I'll save him. I'm gonna level up a bunch of uncommons to like level 40 to use to farm faction guardians and then eventually turn them into food so that we can make sure that we get, or not faction guardians, faction wars, so that we can make sure that we're getting our advanced quests done once we get there. But that's a little bit in the future after we get our first 6-star, so we're not going to worry about that right now. None of these other ones I want to save. So I think we are golden. I'm going to get cracking on the rest of these missions and also finishing up some of those challenges. So I'm also going to stream right now, which won't be relevant to this video, but there might be some clips from that stream because I'm going to farm it while I play some video. So cool. Thanks for checking in, and we'll be back in a little bit.